I do have a note here that Director Rao may wish to speak on this, if you wish to, Director Rao.
Yes, thank you, Deputy Mayor. I guess I did comment on this at the committee level, so I guess I'll be a little bit brief for this time. So DTI has given us, King George Highway is a designated highway. Some responsibilities have changed to the city. Before it was totally DTI. So they did send us a letter to 2020, and they advised us that some decision making be given to us, and the decisions, however, need to be consistent with DTI guidelines, sound engineering judgment, and Transportation Associated Canada standards and guidelines. So we follow the, the TAC guidelines, and we've had this study before in 2020 with a consultant. They didn't recommend a pedestrian crossing there at Shannex. Shannex sent another letter. I guess we have a consultant on doing some other projects. We're going to get them to look back into it. So over the next month here, we'll get them to come comment on it to kind of give a refresher, I guess, and update it based on their letter. So I guess we'll bring that back once they had a chance to review it here in a month.
Okay, thank you, Director Rao. And for the benefit of folks listening in here, the request was to install a pedestrian crosswalk with flashing lights, ensuring the safety of residents, their families, team members, and visitors. And that is directly from Mr. Swain. Any questions from the floor? Councillor Placey.
I guess just in terms of correspondence, have we or will we let the correspondent know of kind of the process in front of us and our initial, take on it, I guess?
The short answer is yes. We would intend to write
Sure.
and give them the breakdown of the law and to advise them that we are going to look at it again, and they will be advised, as will the public, of the results of the consultation with the consultant. So, unless council wants something else added to that correspondence.
No, that's as long as we're just not leaving them hanging with false hope, and I know we've been pump the tires until it's there's more political pressure to make a bad decision.
Maybe the director can give us an idea when we would he would be expected to bring the results of that consultation back.
Yeah, so we'll have our consultant reach out to them as well. I mean, we encourage that they provide some information again based on the last study. So in another month, like sometime in March, end of the month, we come back. I mean, the reality is, given the time of year, nothing will be installed here for 6 months anyway. So, let's take a time, have another look at it, and we'll get back to them. And Mr. Swain will be in contact with him as well. So, yeah.
And just to follow up, I guess, through your chair to the director, so what would you be looking at in terms of this deeper dive that would change your opinion on what you told us in committee?
Well, basically,
traffic analysis, or what are we looking at?
So to Councillor DePlacy, so last time we sent them back a letter and we said, give us some more information here. Like, there's no evidence that people are crossing there. I mean, I frequent that area all the time, and we don't see a lot of people crossing that area in Douglastown. I mean, it's there's people walking on the sidewalk, but there's not a lot of people crossing. There's the warrant does require a considerable amount of people crossing. We're talking like 10 to 15 people an hour. That's quite a big volume, and the volumes can go up or down based on the conditions. It's a mid-block crossing as well, too. It makes it challenging. We don't like to use those. We like to line it up at a street, because the traffic's not expecting it, I guess. They're expecting congestion at streets. So I guess we'll encourage the consultant to work with Mr. Swain, how many people are expected to use this, try and get some numbers and try to quantify it, and go from there, I guess.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, very good. Any other questions from the floor? Okay, we'll move on to the next one.